Salutations, friends. 'Tis I, said Stevie, and I am going to do some maintenance and disassembly on the Kizer Grazioso. I just filmed my overview on it, and as I mentioned, I wanted to take it apart, give it a nice cleaning, and then Loctite it. So I'm going to do that. Got my Coca-Cola can to collect my pieces and screws and whatnot, and let's get to it. So this has all T6 hardware outside of the pivot, and so I'm going to get going on that. Oh, that broke free really easy, actually. I keep my clip side screws in the right side. I go back to front here. Should be fairly quick and simple on this to take apart. I don't anticipate any issues here. There is the carbon fiber clip scale. And then we need a T8 for the pivot. Boom, comes right off. This should allow me to pop off that scale, which it did. And there you can see the internal workings of it. So not a lot of weight relief, although this knife is already fairly light, but you don't see any pockets or anything. I mean, maybe, I guess there is on the other side of the scale there, but I'm not guessing that there is. We got these, they are caged, but these look to be like plastic bearings. I'm not sure. But the bearings are good to go in it. And then this has something that I do like. It has a integrated stop pin in there, so it's just got a stop pin track. And yeah, let's give this a little wipe me down. Shouldn't be too dirty. I've only had it a little over a week. I have carried it a fair amount though. You do see that this is a D-shape captive pivot. So you got a little notch on the frame there on the clip side to help that be captive. And yeah, not a lot to this. Very, very simple construction, which is a good thing, right? Right? It is. I'm telling you, it's a good thing. At least in my opinion. So I'm going to need my oil. Where did I put my oil? There it is. All right, so let's put a little smear in the stop pin path there. A little smear on the washer. Yeah, these are fully enclosed on both sides, so I don't think it matters what side we go on with. Uh, if the action wasn't as good as it was, I might consider seeing if I have bearings to put in there, but the action is really good to go on that, so I'm not going to bother. Put just a dab on both sides of the stop pin there, maybe just a little on the inside of there. Boom. A little on the, oh, you see a little detent ramp right there. Little detent ramp, and then just a little on the detent ball hole there. Then I will also put just a little smear on there, little smear on there, a little smear on the detent ball itself. Drop on this bearing. Put a couple of dollops of oil on there. And now I can place this back on. See if I got my pivot in the right spot. I do. Perfect. Perfect. Let's put this carbon fiber scale back on here. Very, very simple construction on this knife. As I mentioned, that is a good thing. there is that. I think I'm going to have to readjust that slightly. Just ever so slightly. Because it doesn't seem to be... Nope, it's matched up good. Nope. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, there we go. Now everything just snapped into place. I don't think that it's aligned properly. Because that doesn't want to go in there. Oh, maybe I have the wrong screw in the wrong place. Maybe that screw needs to go in back. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Let's try flipping those screws around there. I think that's all it is. Different heads on these screws. Yep, that's what it was. And this, so the screws are these button head style screws, but they are recessed into the scale, so they actually sit flush. I'll stick the pocket clip back on here. And then all that's left is the pivot. Since it's captive, we don't need to worry about that moving around at all. Now let's check centering. Centering is perfect. That's one of the things I like about an integrated stop pin. To me, it seems to hold everything in place pretty well. And yeah, it's right back to where it needs to be. Gonna loosen that just a skosh. No blade play. And that's exactly what we needed here. So I can put this stuff away. I'm going to back this pivot out real quick. Excuse me. Just belched into your guys' and gals' ear. Sorry about that. I'm going to Loctite this. Let it cure for a couple days. Da-dum-da-dum. That's way too much. Way too much. But I think that that's now the right amount. I think anytime I can do a maintenance and disassembly in under 10 minutes, we're looking pretty good there. Back it off just a skosh. Boom. That's exactly where it needed to be. No blade play. Action is perfect. It's completely centered. We're going to call that a done deal. So, get all this stuff back out of the way. Yeah. Let me wipe this blade back down. So, as I said in my first impressions or overview video, this is a very graceful and smooth and elegant design by Mr. Manganas. I think that Kizer did a fabulous job on the fit and finish, and that's it. It's a fabulous knife. I highly recommend it. Maybe I'll give the G10 copper N690 version a go. See if there's any difference there. Copper's not really my thing. Green's not really my thing. So I don't know really aesthetically how much I'm into that. But this one I am. And I'm very happy with it. So that's all I got for you folks. And until the next one, I bid you mofos, adeuces.